and this is my topic, endoscopic spine surgery under LA. So I don't know why it seems off topic, but then probably this is the norm which we have been following since quite a long time. Started with transfemoral, but now even doing interlaminar with this. Greetings to Mumbai. This is the place where I work. This is our team. So I'll be discussing in brief 6 minutes. So it's a minimally invasive technique, and by the way, in 1999, this was done under LA by Young himself. So I think this is not a new thing. Today it is mainstream, and as previous speaker has even mentioned, he's doing his fusion. So this allows patient to remain awake, enabling immediate neurological feedback to the surgeon. That was the thing, but it has many other advantages. So you can leverage the local anesthesia to improve the safety as well as outcomes across all age groups. So we choose the technique based on pathology and not whether we can give the anesthesia or not. So that is the first thing. Then rather than interlaminar, many people are doing the PSLD with standard technique, and they have switched from interlaminar to just doing the PSLD and using the same scope for everything. It just makes things simpler for some of us. Those who are more fortunate can have multiple scopes and do everything with a different scope. Then this is a targeted bone and phlegm removal just to decompress the neural elements for most cases. This is how it started. But now we are doing even hardware implants with this. So it's a cutting edge procedure, effective with all age groups and level under LA. So what is the anesthetic protocol which we follow? I'll just share mine, but there'll be slight differences across various practices. So we follow a local infiltration with generous local infiltration. So the ratio which we make is a lidocaine with a bupivacaine. We take 2% lidocaine and 0.5% sensocaine and mix it in a syringe, 10 ml volume, 60-40. So lidocaine is a little more. So bupivacaine we want because it has a longer duration of action, but lidocaine will have a quicker effect, and also both will dilute, so we will get the ideal concentration. And the dose is calculated by our anesthesiologist before the procedure for each patient, and we involve him in this, and then he just inject locally liberally, and this is the local infiltration part. Of course, we also use a conscious sedation with IV sedatives. So dexmedetomidine has made the job very simpler, and this is what we use with midazolam plus minus some analgesics to keep patient calm. Now, patient cooperation is very important. If some patient says that, okay, I cannot do it under LA, so that's probably a relative contraindication, and so this should not be done. Then spontaneous respiration is there. There's no intubation. Patient breathe and respond during the procedure or surgery. Monitor anesthesia care is a regular thing, and we usually take the anesthesiologist who is a little more experienced with MAC, especially with people who are doing like awake craniotomies and other stuff. They are more comfortable. For a backup, epidural catheter can be a good backup. We don't need it in every case. Even some people are using spinal anesthesia as a general norm now, and the only disadvantage is if you use a dose which is, or concentration which is high enough, then you may not get the neural feedback which you are wanting. Otherwise, it's a very good technique. Let the level come up till say T12, and by the time you are done with your procedure, you will still have a good anesthesia. The second thing is you will need to put a catheter. So that is something which you will need with SA or in GA, as we do always. So across age groups, in elderly, you have a lower perioperative risk, fewer complications, and safer for patients with comorbidities. And you have got effective outcomes with comparable pain relief and function improvement, even in younger patients. And in fact, as I've seen a trend in Mumbai, I don't know whether other places have it, that many patients want to stay awake during their procedure rather than getting a GA. But reverse is also true. So for young working adults, they have a faster recovery. So they feel better, although the discharge time is the same if you do a GA versus you do an SA, but they feel much better. And it is very well tolerated across all age groups, and kind of expands the eligibility of the patients for this procedure. Another thing which is overlooked is cost effectiveness. So I work in multiple hospitals, and I have seen that the cost is always much lesser if I do it under LA or SA versus general anesthesia. And if the efficacy is same, I will always want lower complications and lower cost as well, which I can then pass on to the patient if he is self-paying. And especially important in our place where all patients are not insurance covered. So There are some challenges like intraoperative pain anxiety, which is addressed with sedation. Dexmed works really well. Patient selection, as I mentioned, and of course not possible for when the procedure time is longer. So avoid in those complex surgical cases, or you can stage it as the previous speaker mentioned. He's staging his cases for this reason. I'll just finish in few seconds. So this is a case where we could not have done and taken up. He had some cardiac comorbidities and surgical refusal at some places. So he was offered physiotherapy, epidural steroid injections, referred again for decompression, and we did the PSLD under LA for this particular patient. And if not for LA, this procedure would not have been possible. And we use a standard technique. This is a picture from one of the papers which was published, and we use exactly the same technique, same approach, no changes. These are our own pictures, and we could get a good decompression with with the post procedure. And you can see the even the patient is not moving, and we've got all the areas well covered. So to conclude, it's a viable alternative. Key advantages: avoid GA complications and enable day surgery, fast recovery. The outcomes are really good, and we can manage the challenges with careful selection, technique, and of course teamwork with our anesthesiologist. These are my references. Thank you very much.